We're starving to death, by the way. That's what that is. But I caught 5 fish because in winter debuff because I'm level 6 fishing. That is something I wasn't last time. Yeah. How's my health doing? Takes forever to starve to death. And just like that, we are fully sated. We should wear gloves. Solid. Do I have any challenges that have sprinters? I mean, I have a few. I have Lamprey level 5 that I can play if I really want. I have the Deathly Famous challenge that I can play. I have um, my own hell-crafted sprinters challenge that is absolutely ridiculous, and I don't recommend it. It's the only one that's like pain. It's like ultra pain sprinters. It's the most sprinters you can have, but it's not meant to be played. It's meant to survive as long as you can until you die. It's one of those ones that I play on it to practice, mostly to practice running away. That one is it's uniform. That's why it's bad. It's really bad. It's awful. Don't play that mode. It's terrible. Yeah, I like Deathly Famous. I think Deathly Famous is cool. Yeah, uniform is cursed. Good morning. I definitely agree with that. But that's one of the ones that I have. That I have two uniform settings that I set up. One is for shamblers and one is for sprinters. And I only loaded up the sprinters one a couple of times. It is pain. It's like watching what you can watch Bonds play times 16 sprinters. It's like that, but just imagine you can't go anywhere. Literally nowhere. Nowhere is safe because it's uniform. And Bonds has done a uniform sprinter server before. Pretty fun. I think I loaded onto his sprinter server very briefly to clean the start because people kept doing this thing that was bugging me where they would spawn their character with clothes and then they would take them off. When you could just spawn your character naked, you don't have to spawn with clothes. And then if you want clothes, kill zombies. So I spawned on his server just to clean it, really, which is kind of silly if you think about it. But at the same time, it's very much me. It is very much something I would do. They just wanted to strip for everyone. That might be true, actually. I think they were doing it for the resources. Maybe like you could have, but it's not like clothes are something that is a rare resource. And believe me, there were so many clothes on the ground that it was lagging their server. That's how many clothes there were. When I got on and finally managed to clean that up, their server's lag was less. It was great. And then I logged off. because I was done for that. That I just needed it. I needed to clean that. It was bugging me. Then we realized why I have a cleaning company. Rivet indeed. That is indeed what the frog says. The OCD was strong that day. Look, I don't have OCD. I just like things in a particular way, and if they aren't in that way, then my world doesn't end. It's just very annoying. I'm like OCD light. Can you be OCD light? No, my world doesn't end. My world keeps going. It's just yeah. It's not OCD. It's just like unless there's obsessive thoughts with it. Yeah, there's not obsessive thoughts with it. There is the my God, that's annoying. I really wish I could fix that. And then that's about it. That's as far as it goes. If I have the means to fix it, I'll fix it. But if I can't, then I just deal with it. Especially if it's in a situation for let's say, and then I just can't deal with it. Sounds like autism. I'm not autistic as far as I'm aware. Emma says that I'm not autistic. So, and Emma has autism, so she would probably know. Maybe a mild form, but at the thing, like I don't think so. I think I'm too like what's it called? Um, yeah, I don't think I'm autistic. Maybe I wouldn't know though. That's one of those things. Like, how am I supposed to know? I don't think I am. Yeah, I'd have to take some kind of test. Why did you not come attack me while I'm fishing? Are you deaf? That zombie was deaf, I'm convinced. Deaf zombie. Pinpoint hearing? Not for that guy. I'm gonna rope around. I've already decided. So what we're gonna do is we're going to rope all the way around. I need pinpoint hearing. Look, we've got zombies here. How the hell do we have zombies here? This area is supposed to be clean. It's not, though. Did the Helis not reach as far as I think they do? How far is this from that location? 1, 2, 3. It's about 4 cells. Right? 4 cells, give or take? Maybe 5 cells? Yeah, that's within the radius of the helicopter. Helicopter was here. It should actually reach all the way up to here somewhere, maybe even further. Right? Is the helicopter... Because this is one here. Probably this whole section is 1. Let's be honest, that's probably 1. This might be 2, 3, 4. Maybe this is 7. Maybe the helicopter only comes out to here. No, right? No, it definitely goes much further than that. A cell's much larger than that. This is one of those times where I would look it up, but I don't want to right now because I'm being lazy with it. I don't want to look it up, and I'm not gonna. I am just going to deal with it. It's 6. Okay. Okay. 6 cells. So the helicopter on average for pinpoint hearing is about 7 cells, approximately. Kickstart the topic that being mentioned. I apologize, and I'm moving on. The way of mentality. What do you mean by the way of mentality? Okay, I don't care about the entire first part of what you said. That's fine. You know, it's you're not kicking anything off, and I appreciate that. But what do you mean by way of mentality? Way of mentality. What do you mean? There's nothing off with you but the way of mentality. I'm confused by what that means. What does that mean? Does that mean that I think wrong? Am I out of tune? Am I out of sync? Did I like lose some kind of metronome and I don't something off about the way of mentality? Like what way? By the way of mentality. Oh, do you mean by not but? No, by the way of mentality. Um, but by the way of mentality. I'm still confused by what you said. I don't know what that means. I don't think my mental's off. I think I'm okay in that regard. There's times where I get strange thoughts, but those strange thoughts are usually silly and don't matter. They're like, nah, kind of thoughts. Yeah, I don't think that I have autism. I don't know. I probably have some kind of social disorder of some kind, though. Maybe. I don't get any weirder thoughts than most folks, though, I don't think. But then again, that's one of those things that I would need multiple people to answer that kind of thing in order to know the general consensus on thought patterns, which is something that I'm never going to understand. I am not a brain scientist, a neuroscientist. I am not someone who studies brains, nor am I a psychologist. Those are things that I am not. I am unsure. But I don't take any offense to what you're saying. Don't worry. I'm not so silly as to do that. I'm gonna go this way and see when the zombies show up. Because we had a handful of zombies in the trees there. Oh, look, there's a zombie there. There's a zombie there. Only like a couple, but interesting. I don't know if you know really well enough to say if you do or don't. It sounded like an autistic trait that's often mistaken as OCD. Uh, yeah, but a lot of autistic folks also have OCD. At least I think. I know Emma does. Emma's very particular about things to the point where she will lose her mind if things are not. That's why I say I don't have OCD. I've seen real OCD, and as well as not just in Emma, in other people too. Their world ends. You can't. They can't function. That's a lot of frogs. Whose frogs are those? Nay, are you? You trying to distract me? Clever. Clever way to try and distract me. Well played. I will move on. Hello. Let it be known, though, that I know you tried to distract me. Yeah, that second one is adorable. Is something else, yes. That's fair. I don't know. I don't think anybody's sane. I think everybody's a little bit crazy. Otherwise, we wouldn't be, sane. You got to be crazy to be sane. Important. They balance each other out. Um, yeah. I normally will. You're not gonna let me. No, you're fine. It's fine. There's no diagnosis being done here, anyways. No professionals are in here, anyways, as far as I'm aware. So yeah, you know, we're not here to diagnose. We're here to have fun and kill zombies. That's what we're here to do. It's friendly banter. But yeah, no problem for the recommendation of a piano stool. Piano stool is really good. I don't have one at the moment. Sucks a little bit to not have one, but it is what it is. I do what I can. I must. I'm actually thinking we had a helicopter on the 5th, which means we can't have one till at least the 11th. We're safe for now. Let's not play doctor? Yeah, let's not play doctor. Although that sounds more lewd than, what's it called? The other thing. So let's not play either of those, and let's move on. My left foot fell asleep, and it is destroying me right now. I shouldn't have been sitting cross-legged for so long that my left foot fell asleep, and now I'm in pain. It's not good pain. Hate that. I hate that feeling. It's horrible. Okay. It's the worst. Yeah, it's like a zombie. I fell asleep on my arm one time, which doesn't happen very often, thankfully, and it was my whole arm was asleep. And you ever reach for something or try to stand up while one of your limbs is not functioning properly? It is the worst. I have knocked over so many beverages that way. Or, like, fallen over. Because I used to read like that, like leaning on my arm, and then it would go to sleep, and then I would go to reach for something, and then it would just, like, knock over a glass or... Yeah. No, I'm not going there. I'm not interested in being at the mansions right now. I want to go back to whence I came, but it's difficult to get back there. So I might actually just go for West Point, which would be a bad call, but I'm tempted. I am very much tempted to just try and shoot for West Point right now because I'm frustrated with Phallus and its nonsense. But as we can see, is that a katana? That's a katana. Nice. I swear, the back roads are like katanas and backpacks all day. So far, I'm averaging 1 katana at least a stream. Right now, I'm actually averaging like 3, but... Right now, we've only seen 1 today. I don't think I can retrieve it, though. At least not yet. How bad is it? I mean, it's doable. Okay, never mind. Return to frog. Ah. I wish. Yeah, they overran my base. I couldn't deal with it. I had to back off. Too many. There is one benefit, though, and that is we may actually have a katana. I don't have the energy to be running from you. Just gonna walk away casually. With my prize! A nearly... it's not quite mint, but I mean, it is still fairly decent condition. You have several bases you could swap between? No. Nope. I am just hoping that I don't die each time. I have plans to go to certain areas, but if the area that I end up in is overrun, I just go to the next one and move on and move on and move on until eventually what's going to happen is as I go around this group, I'm going to ball it up and I'm going to slowly shave it down till the point where there are no zombies left in the center, and then I've got my established center. And then from there, I can branch out. Because the way that it works right now is on a times 16 save, we can do it like this. There are lots of zombies here. There are lots of zombies here and here. There are fairly large amount of zombies in this area over here. This is nightmare fuel levels of zombies. This area has some, but it's not. It's like all spread out, kind of a little bit, and then there's a small pocketed cluster here. So combining all of this together into one and shaving it down is important, because then I don't have to worry about it too much. Unfortunately, even with the Helis, the zombies are going to get stuck on stuff on their way through. So, for example, they'll get stuck on this river, they'll get stuck over here, they'll get stuck like on buildings, on fences. It's going to get frustrating a little bit because as the zombies do get stuck, they're going to be stuck in bunches of like, a few thousand probably. And then the rest of them will trickle off the sides and eventually make it to me. But like they did right now, like they've made it up here and are causing a problem up here. But in fairness, we've had at least 4 helis in this location, so it's not a huge surprise. But yeah, that's how that works, is that I'm kind of just going to areas I know have less zombies, and then I'm slowly kiting the larger group around. That's what I meant by the bigger picture when I said that last time, was that I am picturing the bigger picture, not the little picture of the initial heli, but where are the zombies going to go because of the heli. It's because the initial picture is, yeah, the heli's flying over you and you've got zombies in your area. Yeah, that's the first step. But there's going to be zombies kited around the map as a result of that helicopter as well. And the zombies right now, I don't remember if I set it to 100 or 150, but their follow distance is going to be, even if it's on default 100 for the 4 hours that the helicopter is active. I mean, they're going to make progress towards where I'm at. And then eventually, if it can get to the point where I can't control my character because the frames are so bad, or if there's enough of them to pincer me, and then I get caught and then I die. It's happened quite a few times in this playthrough, sort of. Aside from the fumbling, which I think three of my major deaths in this playthrough so far have been because of fumbling. And then I think one of them was because I went through a tree poorly and they caught me and they pincered me because I overexerted. Like I am now, kind of, except I was tired then. Like, as well. Fatigued. But yeah, you kind of just gradually will make more bases over time and clear and hope. And then once you finally have etched out an area, it's at that point that you can say, okay, which area do I want to start etching towards next? The reason why I pick West Point over Muldra is because Muldra is centralized a little bit, and as a result is more of a pain in the ass to deal with. As it should be noted, Muldra's got a major road that goes directly down and towards March Ridge, right? Also, no man's land. So Muldra can be kind of annoying to deal with. And then also West Point is kind of enclosed, and you can drag West Point out into the farmlands. So you can kind of string West Point out. So there's it's not too bad. It's easiest to do West Point along this route, though. I wouldn't recommend going West Point this route, but you can if you want to. It's harder because doing West Point this way has zombies coming in from this side, and then the major center of the zombies, which is here, is going to be like right in your face immediately. It'll drag you all the way down, and if it pushes you far enough, especially with pinpoint hearing, you'll start pulling Dixie and Northern Muldra as well up to you. And then these two cities can pincer you. And together they have like 160,000. So it's like, that's why I say do it like that and not like this. I mean, you can, but you would have to be really committed and killing, and maybe using lures would be for the best. One of those things that's kind of tough. It's a tough go. But it's not impossible. I don't think anything is completely impossible. You're trying to go around on the upper side. See, if you're playing with default hearing, it's not nearly as bad. So the helicopter will only pull 4, and that's if you have the helicopter on. So 4 to 5 cells, right? Or 3. It's 3 to 5, I think. Something like that. It's much smaller. It's more manageable. I think it might be only 3 cells actually. I think it's 5 across. So diameter, not radius. Let's see. Just trying to think of what I want to do next. Aside from fishing. You always go pinpoint. And be very, very careful. And know when to disengage. Knowing when to disengage is important. Because there are going to be times where it's not good to stay. Because you're going to end up in a situation where you're trapped against the wall. and it's one of those kinds of walls that um, you can't jump over. Yeah, it's fine. I didn't get very many kills in my first month either because I was working my character out. I spent a full two Helis working my character out so that she could be a little bit better this round. Previous round, I don't think I worked out that much. I might have worked out until 2 and 2, maybe, but I don't remember how we did it on the 44K because the start of the run can vary from playthrough to playthrough, especially depending on how lucky you are in certain items and other such things. We got lucky with crowbars a little bit, and also we got lucky with an early saw on this run. So, like, I didn't have to look too far for a saw, which was kind of nice. You secured this shack out in the woods. It's a good place to be. It's solid defensively, but at the same time, be careful because you might have zombies coming in from the south. So, be cautious. Something you could consider as well that might work is you could also consider going to Riverside. Riverside is not as bad as it is manageable. There's about 20k there if you don't pull No Man's Land. It's not too bad. Like comparatively, it's and it is manageable. You can manage it and you can kind of like pull it down this way. If you're using often helis though, this stuff is gonna come up. So you're gonna be careful. Got to be careful not to get squished between this stuff and here. That said, you could kind of use the golf course area, maybe, but I wouldn't want to cross this river threshold because a lot of this stuff that's out here can come and bother you. I don't think that it's very heavy pop, but it might be. I haven't actually paid attention to any of this, so I'm not sure. I know some of it's low pop, but I know like there's like a trailer park here, and I'm pretty sure the golf course does have quite a few zombies, but maybe the outside of the golf course doesn't. And I know there's a fence somewhere around there, and there's also a fence around here somewhere as well. I know there's holes in this fence, but like I mean, it's mostly secure. Can filter quite a lot of zombies that way. It's interesting going through different strats though. I mean, you can watch Twist's playthrough as well. Twist is doing something similar in his playthrough. He was doing what's it called? He did Riverside, and he's going to be going out to probably Brandenburg is what I'm expecting. He will strike Brandenburg, and that's a lot of zombies. It's going to be a lot of zombies out there. I got to see a little bit of Brandenburg while I was watching Gaz. Gaz has a solid playthrough. But that playthrough kind of burned Gaz out. Kind of. Although he might come back and play some more. understandably burned him out. He did over 300k zombies in a year. That's a lot of zombies, and in year one, efficient, speedy, crazy. But yeah, see the road that connects Riverside and Doe Valley, like this one. Yeah, be careful about this bridge. Passing this bridge may have people. It may have some zombies crossing if you get too close. Thank you very much for the raid. Do very much appreciate. Hopefully you're having a good day. Were you playing Sunpoint again, or were you playing something different today? What are you up to? Hopefully you're having fun. Thank you very much for the raid. I do appreciate. Is that interest has been added? Yes, it is. It is APR from Hunter x Hunter. Yeah. It's my own little joke to myself every time I hear it. But at the same time, I really like APR from Hunter x Hunter. Like, he's so cute. He's like the most overpowered, but not overpowered. It's cute. I went to bed early. Darn it! I'm distracted, thinking about interest. He's really, really cute. I would totally take that power from Hunter x Hunter if I could. You know what type I would go for? Which type do you think I would go for? We did the test. The me and Emma did a test to see which Nen type we would be, and we both got specialist, which is kind of interesting. Not that we would be like I don't know what I would actually have as a Nen ability. It has to be something that really speaks to you and is important to you, right? It's one of those things. Specialist is too broad, anyways, so it's like, I would have preferred to not and been something more specific, so that I could then plan it out a little easier. I would probably have summoning or conjuring. I would. I don't know. I don't see me as a Kurapika, but that's. I mean, could be. Don't know. I could conjure frogs. I guarantee Emma would love to do that. Little helpers, frog helpers. I wouldn't mind having frog helpers. Be kind of neat. Yeah, I didn't think we'd get anything today at the moment. But yeah, little frog helpers sounds cool. I'm for that. Dude, I'm making food. Go away. How much fish do I have left? Enough for one more day for sure. That would be kind of cool though, little frog helpers. I never thought about that. Well, deer and TM would have something frog related too. Maybe like some kind of underwater breathing or something. So that she can play with all of the sea creatures. Oh, mixed nuts. How are you doing? Hopefully you're having a good day. You're not bringing bad news, are you? I'm hoping you're not. That you're still surviving, right? Are you a survivor? How's your time 16? You're still being pushed on the beach last I seen. Just got an errands to run? Alright. Well, hopefully your errands go smooth. That's good. I'm glad that your run's still going well. I think I will travel south. How did you get here? I am unsure person who's emulating Kurumi energy, but kudos. You're here now. Yeah, I believe you'll get through it soon. You're probably fighting the outskirts of West Point still for a little while. I don't think you'd be actually fighting actual West Point at the moment, though. Maybe you would be. Probably do enhancement or transmuting. Those seem kind of interesting. I don't know. The Nen system is very interesting. I would want something that really speaks to me. So the frog stuff does sound really, really good. That way I can help people and help myself, like do other things, like cleaning, probably. More cleaning. The frogs would have little maid hats and stuff. It'd be super cute. You're down to the field next to the western West Point, and you're starting the migration of the shoreline back in. Oh, okay, I got you. That seems good. Okay, neat. Hopefully, you get it filled in. Shouldn't take too long though. You had the one heli, but that you've still got your migration and such set. I would figure. This is very thick foliage. Don't you dare tear my clothes, you silly trees. I am wanting to keep my clothes intact. These woods are not clear, by the way. There are zombies somewhere. Thankfully, though, I think I made it out, so we're good. Enjoy your lurk. Best of luck to you on your errands. Oh, you're never gonna. I've made a pact with myself never to go into the forest again. It's not bad to be in the forest. The forest's okay. It is a bit rough at times, though, for sure. Maybe we can go to. Where's the main town again? Is it this way? Yeah, it is this way. I'm gonna go to the main town against better judgment. Maybe most of it will be pulled up, and we can access the main town. We can see. We did have 4 helis go off in that northern section, so perhaps it's clear. And then we can pull that group that went up down. I just hope I'm not pincering myself by accident. Sometimes the forest is your only salvation. You gotta remember that when you can't see in the forest, yes, the zombies can hear you walking around, but they can't see either. Trees work both ways. They will help you and they will hurt you. That is how this game works. So they can be useful. It's one of those things that's like, they definitely can take away just as much as they give. At night, yeah, nighttime is rough. All right, so we're back at the main town. There's my big old pile. And there's some zombies. Yeah, they're coming down. How many weapons do I have? 6? It should be enough to handle a few of them. Yeah, you definitely should only clear slowly towards it. You've seen me do it a few times, and how it's gone each time. It's tough to tear through. But once you actually do finally get through, it's a comfortable place to be. Yeah, taking it slow is for the best. A lot of the times when people die, it's because they're rushing things. Myself included. Yeah, there is a freezer at the gas station. I usually pop it really quick, or I'll leave it there. If you leave it in the front and don't move it, the zombies won't break it. I recommend not touching that freezer unless you really, really want to. Which I did. You seen in my last playthrough. I ended up moving that freezer twice. Um, First time I moved it upstairs because it's unlikely the zombies are going to go upstairs without being prompted to go upstairs by a player. Um, the second thing is the second time I moved it was away from that area and to my main base, right? And we actually moved it a third time when I brought it to the upstairs of the other area. But I kind of don't count that because it's not in the same town. It's like separate. That is a machete. The reason why I don't main base at the gas station is it's not really that big enough. If I want to be able to have space for stuff, right? Here, I'm gonna show this off now because I can. We have time. I mentioned this way long a time ago in the stream, but see, it doesn't have a model. But if you put it down like this, it does have a model. See? This also takes 1,000 years more to dismantle it like that. When you can pick it up, have it in your inventory, and dismantle it like this, and it's almost instant. I don't know, strange little things, right? While we're here, though, I do want to do a couple of things. The first one is I want to get up over there and see if our crops are still alive. The reason why the current area, though, is probably fairly clear is because of the watches. And getting upstairs is not likely. That is a very cute emote, by the way. What's a big bag? Do you hear, Froggy? It's a good frog. Like I said, we could rope around before. I did mention this, that we could rope around and we could come back in here and we could hope to get the food from the pile, but I didn't actually think it would work. Alright, so we'll head up here for the time being. Yeah, and as I expected, there's some over there, but it's not that bad. I could probably clear most of this. There's an unmarked katana somewhere, by the way. I don't remember where it is, though. Throw bags over the fence, or over the fence. That could be an interesting one. That does kind of make sense in a way. You heave the bag over the fence, and then you jump over yourself. Costs a lot of stamina, but you get to keep your items, kind of. Could you imagine throwing your bags over a fence into zombies? That kind of lobbing mechanic though would be neat to use for like grenades. Like makeshift grenades. Throw grenades over a fence. Similar to the Molotov, but better. Okay. I'm pretty sure they're all rotted, but I still I can see that most of them are rotted. I do want to check these though. They're rotted too, right? That's what rotted. Yeah, they're rotted too. It's okay. We've got other plants in the ground, so it's fine. Not a big deal. I was thinking about holes in bags too. It would give a purpose to tailoring that isn't insurance. Gabe beat his last Molly run? Oh, congratulate him for me. Definitely congrats for Gabe. Kudos, Gabe. You did it. You beat your last Molly run. Hoot hoot. Onward to new PB. 42.6k. Not bad. That is like a large portion of West Point. Did he die though? Hopefully he's still going. I'm hoping he's still going. Are you having an okay time there, Pond? It's having some troubles. He paused for the night? Oh, fair. That's good. I'm glad he's doing good then. Am I using a katana? Yeah. I found a katana back in the other area, and if I'm going to have a long blade, I might as well use it. I will use it until it breaks. Sometimes I save them, but sometimes I don't. Mostly because I'm under the mentality that if I get a katana and I don't use it, then that might be a katana that I never get to use. And I don't have too good to use syndrome. I will use this right away if I feel like it. But sometimes I don't feel like it. Anyways, enjoy your lunch. Plus, katanas do feel really nice to use. You gotta be careful though, they give you Superman syndrome. And then you can make a whiff, and then it's over. Leave that to its own devices for a moment. You kind of want to look over here, see that, see here. Mm. Mm-hmm. I feel like we've made something there. Let's push back this way. I don't see anything out here, so that's positive. Here a little bit. I want to sleep here tonight. Screw you, zombie. You thought you could get me, but no. Just because you sneak into my room while I'm sleeping doesn't mean anything. Get out of here. My room. My house. You get out. And that is why we hold shift and a movement key when we're asleep. Goodness. Okay, we're good. Why did it break the window instead of opening it? Because it could have just opened the window. I don't know. Zombies do weird things sometimes. Sorry. By the way. Oh, these are rotted. That's unfortunate. It's okay though. My apologies if I was noisy. You know. I thought I was dead. That's why. For sure I died there. Thankfully we didn't. Because even while you're in that screen, you hold a movement key and you hold shift so that you bump whatever is in there in your like in or around you. If it was more than one zombie though, your character has a chance to trip, right? And then it's up to RNG a little bit if you can manage to get up before they get you. I've only ever had that happen twice in like zombies attack me while I'm asleep like that, and I've died to it before as well. So as you can imagine, only twice, and yeah, it killed me once. So right now I'm 50-50. When I won once, they won once. Thankfully, we didn't die this time. You don't want to play those odds though. That's why I went all the way around the house and I was trying to be thorough. And even being thorough, it's not always enough. The only time that you're truly safe is if all of the zombies in the area are 100% dead and you've managed to really secure the area. And even then, one straggler can get through and end your run. Appreciate you, Shadow. Hopefully you're having a good day. I already was scared earlier, so my heart's already was racing, so you couldn't scare me anymore. I'm sorry. I do appreciate you though, and thank you for the bits. I do appreciate it. Uh, just prior to you coming in, I almost died in the run, so it's like I'm glad that you're having a good day. That's good. We are like fairly close. I'll get rid of most of the zombies that were chasing me. Not all of them, but some of them will be gone. Because they'll go over there and then they'll go over to the watch. Number one is staying alive. I know, I'm trying, but it's hard sometimes when you make poor choices and are forced to stick with them. I really shouldn't be where I am right now. But thankfully, we have 2 more days before potential helicopters, so we should be okay for killing at least a few hundred, if not at least 1,000. I'm hoping to get at least 200. Because then I'll hit one of my mini goals at the very least, and I can be happy with that. We will have gotten roughly a little under 5,000 in this single stream, so that's not terrible. So I'm quite okay with that. $400 is a fair bet. I mean, ish. We should be able to get that. I'm gonna break this katana first. After that, we'll see how many spears I can break, I guess, before the end of the in-game day. And I'm trying to remember that there's an unmarked katana somewhere around here that I need to mark on my map. Normally, after a near death like that, I will take a break and stop, but I'll finish this in-game day, because that's fair. Because near deaths can put you off your game. They break the flow that you have, so it's good to take a break after that kind of stuff happens. At least in my head, anyways, because it does break flow, and that's not good. Because obviously something put you off your game, right? And if it was a death, that'd be different. If I actually died, then well, obviously I would probably then, well, given how far we are in a stream, I would probably wrap up. But if it was a death, I don't mind just kind of carrying on and playing a different, like another run, because that's a restart of the flow. You know, like you can keep going. Different. That is what I want over there. I would like a slice of that. Can't have it yet, though. But yeah, that's one of those things, right? You know, I haven't used a machete in a little while. Let's machete it up for a bit. Yeah, I've got a good crowd over there. They're definitely a hype squad for sure. Using that katana earlier was nice, but also using this machete, it also feels like a bit of a palate cleanse. Been using spears so much, it's just it's I respect the spear, but at the same time, goddamn, spear takes forever to level. It's an eternal grind, forever. I shouldn't have died. Forever grinding spear, trapped in a loop, can't get out. Uh, Not really though. It's not trapped. I do it by choice. It's one of those things. It's really fun. It's just so much spear stab, and then dealing with the fact that sometimes the animations are a little bit weird, and spears are they're good, but at the same time, it's there's a lot to the spear that makes it very much. You can see why people don't like spear, but also why spear is strong. It's because the jank with spear is strong as well. So you kind of have to bear it in mind while you're using it. You're going to have to compensate for the jank a little bit and make sure that you keep yourself safe. All right, give me a slice of the pie. Just a small one. Just a tiny slice. That's there we go. That's a tiny slice. Just a smidgen. Yeah, it's not good to be off your game, especially if you feel like you're off your game and you keep playing. Then expect that you're going to have some issues. Like go into playing off of your game, expecting to lose more, expecting to not do as good, so that you're ready for those kind of outcomes. Because that's possibly what's going to happen, right? So it's better to be ready for it. Also, if you do better, it'll bolster your confidence a little bit. Because even when you're off your game, if you admit you're off your game and you're still doing well, then you'll feel like, hey, I'm off my game, but I'm still doing good. You'll feel a little bit better, which is good. Okay, let's go get another slice of the pie. It's a tiny slice, but it's a slice. I'll take it. I feel bad about exclaiming earlier. I did not want to die. Not yet. That's like a big slice. I don't think I can take that slice. Hopefully some of it returns. Yeah. Some of it did, but most of it will stay there. Okay, yeah, I can take this slice, I think. Nice. Yeah, machete's a good weapon. I think it's good. Yes. Probably should level axes a little bit. How far is our axe go? Funny. First one to max. My very first skill that I ever maxed was out of the weapon skills, short blade. But that said, I actually never maxed any other skill in any other weapon skill. I maxed all the other skills. I maxed the passive skills, strength and fitness. I maxed all of the crafting skills. I've maxed. I didn't max aiming or reloading, obviously, but very, very few people have maxed those skills. Legit with 1 times XP. There's like only one person that I know of, as far as I'm aware, that's maxed that. There's some folks that have come close, but from what I know, Karumi's the only one that's maxed that. I think Vanishing Tower's close, if not max. He might be maxed. I'd have to see his skills. I know he was getting close with some of his weapon skills too. Max, which one? Aiming and reloading. Those are. I think he still has to do his reloading stream, but he might have maxed aiming. I'm pretty sure he has maxed aiming, but I do think he still needs to do a reloading stream, if I remember correctly. He saved up a ton of shotgun ammo. Even an entire 24-hour stream of dedication wouldn't get you there. Doing 1 times XP with no modifier, you get to like level 9 in 24 hours. Well, actually, from level 5 to level 9 in 22 hours is... And that was with like pure grit. Absolutely purest of grit. Yeah, got there. And I've got stamina, and I stayed for as long as I physically could in that stream. That whole stream. I was there for 20 hours of that stream out of the 22. But I passed out eventually because I did, like, I mean, it's hard. I think the same would happen to me if I tried to do it. It'd be like, nah, I'll finish the rest of it later. I would be tapping out at probably either similar or earlier, probably like level 8.5, or maybe I'd make it to 9. I think I can finish this entire group before the end of the day, though, which is kind of nice. Oh, we hit 15,000, and I didn't even notice. Oops. Hooray! 15K! We did it! That was one of my mini goals today, and I'm not going to be able to achieve the primary goal that I set for myself. It's just not possible today. Too much running away from the zombies. In fairness, though, they did close in on me a little bit. And they forced my hand. They even almost got me once. They definitely have put in the effort today to be bothersome. No. Sure. Alright, let's head back. We'll take another slice until we're full, and then we'll be done this group, I hope. Oops, I pulled too much. And the alarm's not going to go off for a little while. No, the current alarm's still going off. Should be okay. Definitely want to pull just a little bit of this group. Not too many, but some. That's too little. Hitting one would pull too much, though. We'll come back. Whoa, you've been busy. I mean, kinda. We actually didn't clear all the way to here, by the way. I roped around and came back through the back end. Could you imagine if I'd managed to clear all the way to be here? No. It's not possible. We'd be 30k by now if that was the case. Yeah, no, I know. Cheeky, right? It looks like I managed to clear all the way here. No, we haven't. I had to rope around and come back in through the back end because they actually overran me at the other area. That's what happened. I couldn't deal with the amount of zombies that were up there, so we ended up having to go all the way around and come back down here. But yeah, as much as I would like to take credit for, absolutely destroying the zombies, I mean, we haven't quite cleared enough of them yet to quantify that. So I figured I'd clarify for you because, it's better to be how do I do these long too? Am I taking breaks? Kind of. I take a couple 4-minute breaks here and there. Sometimes. Sometimes I forget. But that's why people wellness check me. Yeah, we did kill them last time. We can do it again. I believe in us. But yeah, people wellness check me and keep care and make sure that I'm taking breaks when I need to. Stretching and all that. I took a brief 4 minutes every now and then. Usually I try to keep it around every 2 hours or so, but sometimes I do it earlier, sometimes do it a little bit later, depending, sometimes every in 3 hours, or I try not to take too many of them back to back though. It's I wouldn't want to do one every hour. That's not fair. It's I space them out. That's way too much. Well, that should be enough. Well, that's not as much as I wanted, but it's okay. We'll make do. I should be able to clear the rest of this group before the end of the day, though. I used to do 24-hour streams and stuff before, so I'm not unable to do them. It's just I try not to do them because they're not the best for you, And mostly I usually will save that kind of stamina for both doing my work as well as charity streams. Charity streams are the best. Really, really fun. Let's go get a rest in. How many spears do I have? Not very many right now. We have 6 or so. I'd have to go get more. Make more. But there's some back at the other area there, and then there's some at the gas station, as well as I think I made 80 or something over by the other house by the other lake. Unfortunately, like I said, that area is overrun, so I can't go and kind of just reach into that pile. We should be able to more than probably clear this. We're almost there at the very least. That's, yeah. But yeah, we'll get more spears. I'm not worried about that. We can make more spears. Nearly infinite. Same as any weapon, really. That's for most classes, except for right now. The only class I can't make weapons for is machete, or sorry, long blade. I have to find those machete, machete or katana. Those are my choices. But we'll get there. Oh, those are cute. I like that they're like together. Oh, you could go into whatever stream that is and get the reversal of that other cat, the cat with the fire, um, and then you could take like use the reverse like and mirror it. You know what I mean? I think if they allow that, that would be cool. That the cat with the fire could be reversed. I kill all of you. I should be able to kill all of you, maybe with a little bit of exertion. He's got 60 emotes. Dang, that's a lot. I don't think I have that many. I've got a lot less. We'll get more when we partner eventually, maybe. If that happens. It's one of those things that might happen, you never know. I can dream. But I'm not gonna push for it. It's one of those things that'll happen if it happens. I'm not gonna like force it. There's no need to force it. It'd be cool to have this as a profession, but I don't rely on it. I've got my other work for now, and if I ever need other work, I can always get other work. So it's like one of those things that streaming has always been a hobby for me, and I really like it. But if it became a profession, that would be cool too. It's easier nowadays than it was back a long time ago. Yeah, I'll do right by it. That's exactly it. It's one of those things that if it happens, it happens, and we can enjoy it then. But if not, then I've got plans. Like, I mean, then it'll be okay. Either way, we'll be okay. And we'll enjoy our adventures and stream and have fun and go places. Am I sick? No, I'm nauseous. That looks a lot redder because of the very hungry next to it. I thought I was sick for a second and I was a little bit panicked. We are not sick. And this time I'm not going to have no varsity zombie jump in my room. I'm going to seal this window. Sometimes. Seriously? I'm that bad at carpentry? We're nearly level 6 carpentry. Yeah, I was thinking so. If this dude resurrects, I would be like surprised. And I would, you know, I would take that L big time. It'd be like, okay, you know what? You win. You resurrected and killed me. Kudos. I deserve to die that one. That's kind of how I feel right now if he gets back up. It's unlikely, but I mean it could happen. It's one of the outcomes. Okay, we're sad, but that's okay. We're just gonna take ourselves some antidepressants. And then we're gonna go to bed. It's another 350. Not bad. We've done really good today. I can't be upset with the day. We managed to get 5k kills. That's not too bad. But that is a good stopping point. If I keep going right now, I'm going to make a big mistake and I'm going to get killed. So, I don't want to make any big mistakes. I want us to keep going and keep having fun and keep progressing. Anyways, it's been my pleasure as always, everybody. I am going to host somebody. I am unsure whom, but we'll figure it out. Can I break down the bed if I need? If you don't plan to use it, yeah, that's actually a good call. Is to break down a bed. There's a lot of places we can go right now. Let's see. Ooh. Yep, I am definitely going to take care of myself and wellness here in a bit. Um, let's see. Well, let's go celebrate with Gabe because Gabe got a new PB, so it just makes sense to celebrate with him. Off you guys go, celebrate with Gabe. It's been my pleasure as always. Have yourselves a good one. Give my regards to Gabe.